Gonna give you guys a little time, let YouTube notify you guys that I'm here. Let's see. Let me turn my phone down. Okay. Phone down. I'm gonna put it right here so I can see. Move this out of my way because I'm not ready for it. Well, good morning, everybody. How are you? How y'all doing today? I know nobody was expecting me to be up this early, right? You guys on the East Coast and on the in the North and in the South are so far ahead of us, but I've been up for a little bit. So, what I wanted to do was go over a quick little list. I don't want to be here forever and ever, but I just want to go over a list, put it down, of things that we need to have. And I'm not trying to be the person preaching to the choir. For one, there's a lot of people that don't know what we need to have to prep. Good morning. But then the other thing is, I don't know everything. And so I feel like we can help each other, you know? So let's see. I'm in LA today. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? I don't know who you are, but good morning. So, yeah, I'm in LA today. I'm at a hotel hanging out with the hubby. He's at work, but when he gets off, he works nights. So, good morning. Good morning, Hobby Hobbit. How are you today? Hope everything is well. What I want to go over today is I want to start learning how to, well, not learning how to prep, but prepping for different elements. Like right now, with us just moving to where we moved to high desert, it snows there. And I'm starting to see things that I've never seen before, like, never seen before in LA, let me say that. For example, having to cover with the low tunnels and everything. Like we're doing it, and I'll be putting up some videos about that. My sons have been helping me get that done. So we're getting the low tunnels. So we have the hoops and everything. And we've never, for one, we never had the space, but we never had to do that because we were in 10B. But now we're in 8B. So, hey, GT, good morning, bro. How are you? So now we're having to do that. But then I was at Lowe's and I saw the window scraper for the car. And I was like, oh, snap, I got to start thinking like that. Like, hmm, I used to live in Detroit. We moved away from Detroit 2007. So it's been a long time. I haven't, had that mindset. So I'm like, I have to prep, and we're prepping, and that's not an issue. But prepping for the cold elements. So I'm like, okay. Good morning, Love Notes. Love Notes said, Callie Homestead with Pooh Bear. Try. Oh, that was my canning video. Love Notes just left me a message. I thought that she was on here. I got confused for a second. Let me click it out. Thank you, Love Notes, for your message. So, what I want to do is going to be completely interactive. I need you guys' help. I'm trying to think of all of the things that I need and others will need to prepare for the winter. Now, there is a place down the street from me that sells wood by the truckload or whatever. And we do have a fireplace, and we have our wood burning furnace on the in the sunroom. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to get wood. My aunt lives not too far from me, and she has wood because she has 3 fireplaces. But her mom was telling her, and I'm sorry, you guys, I'm going to be eating my breakfast, and I've already blessed it. I have a veggie omelet and some potatoes and some turkey sausage. But her mom was telling her to be careful how you stack the fire up because it can attract snakes. Do you guys know about that? Have you guys ever experienced anything like that? Because to be honest, when we lived in Georgia, I did see a garden snake once. It was very, very, very funny situation. My mom, no snakes in Alaska. Well, yeah, right. My mom, she used to smoke cigarettes, and I have been trying to get her to stop smoking cigarettes for so long, but she needed that addiction. She used to be addicted to everything, and the cigarettes was the last vice that she had. So what she did is she was outside. We were in, well, this is in 2005 or four or five. We were in Hurricane Charlie. And we lived in Georgia. We lived in, I was telling y'all, we lived like right at exit one, welcome to Georgia or goodbye Florida, right after 95. And so it was really, really rural. And we lived on a military base. And my mom was in our sunroom. Yeah, Georgia, I love Georgia. I would like to go back and live there maybe when we move from here. I live in the south where the heat is the never it never yeah. I know. Um, but my mom was on the sun. She was in the sunroof, and it was like getting dark, and she had a flashlight because she had to smoke her a cigarette because she couldn't smoke in my house. So she's sitting here smoking her cigarette with her flashlight, and all of a sudden she saw a snake just go by, and we don't know how it got in there because it had, full. It was completely closed in. But she's so crazy. It was a garden snake, probably about like this long, really really small garden snake. But she dropped the flashlight and ran in the house. She would never go back there again. So that's the only encounter I've ever really had with a snake, other than like going to the zoo or you see somebody walking like at the beach and they might have like a bone constrictor or something. But just regular, no, no snakes. So to know that, good morning, homesteading in the hood. How are you? 12 hours. Well, look, can you see the sun is starting to come out? Because out here now is 6:31. But I'm in LA today. I came down with my husband last night because he still works down here. So I just wanted to spend some extra time with him because he's always gone, Let me see him on his days off. So we just got a room. And so I'm just hanging out with him here. Then I'll go to work from here. But it's like, good morning, Brampton. Hi. Oh, yes. Oh, I never say that. Well, you guys already are. But if you're not subscribed to my channel, please click like and subscribe and hit the bell because I try to put up a lot of content, even if it's not a live video or a long video, at least it will be a short. You have a great day, Brampton. And I was watching your videos. I'll talk to you about some of those later because you were cracking me up with your shorts. So funny. Oh my goodness. But so when she told me that, the wood being piled could kind of attract snakes, I was like, okay, so how am I supposed to prepare? How am I supposed to put the wood up? Like, where do I put it? Do I need to put it up high? Because it's not like a snake can't just slither on up. So, what do I do? So, I'm trying to figure that part out. Maybe I have to get like a new shed for the wood. I don't know. Do I have it close to my house? Because I'm thinking they say it snows about maybe 4 to 5 times, 3 to 5 times a year, but that it does get cold and stay cold for a longer time. Like it's supposed to get like a real winter, something that I haven't had since I left Detroit. Because in LA, the coldest it gets is it might hit 52, but they say no, it can get down to like 32, it can get down to like 20. So I'm personally looking forward to it. Um, they're saying like the end of November, like right after Thanksgiving till like February. So because where I'm at is close to Big Bear, and Big Bear is the mountains. For those of you who don't know, that's where everybody leaves and they go skiing at Big Bear and tie up. And I'm like 20 minutes from Big Bear. So I'm leaving 10B going to 8B. And I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know if excuse me, I don't know exactly what to do. So I'm like, let me reach out to my YouTube family because y'all all know homesteading in the hood. Everybody, you guys know better than me. Now, GT, you live in Alaska, so I know you know how to prep for the winter. So can you give me some advice on what I need to do? Because out here in these little backwoods streets, I'm a little clueless. And the town that I live in, they are nice, but they're not extending themselves nice. For example, living in LA and living in Detroit, even living in Georgia and living in Florida, Chicago, well, not Chicago, but Waukegan, people were genuinely nice and they communicate and hang out. Like this year for Halloween, we don't necessarily celebrate Halloween. We do it a little different, because we're Christian. So, but I always do pass out candy to the kids. There are kids that live in our area. Nobody was out trick or treating, and I was like, well, I wonder if it's because it's COVID or what. But then I talked to a lady that lives next door to my next door. And she's like, no, she's been living here for a very long time, over 20 years, and people just they don't communicate. They stay to themselves. It's not a, a community, which I was looking forward to. I was like, oh, I'm thinking, you move into the California country, it'll be like the TV movies and everybody will be friends and stuff. We're like population 1,800, 18,000 or something. From what I understand, what I'm seeing, people are not chummy chummy here. So trying to ask them how to prep, it's like I might as well go into town, go to Lowe's and ask them how to prep. Good morning, G Mama. How are you? I'm here having breakfast, trying to learn what to do. So, what I need from you guys is to tell me how you guys prep for the winter. because I always took it for granted that I lived in LA, so I didn't need a generator. Um, I never knew about covering my pipes. Now I'm finding out I'm going to have to figure out how to cover my pipes. So I was at Lowe's when I saw the window scraper. I saw this styrofoam that kind of looked like a pool noodle. And I'm like, what is that for? And the lady was like, oh, because you have to cover your pipes. And I'm like, cover my pipes for what? Homesteading. Hi, Homestead in the Hood. She says, have your firewood and set up your bug out room in the warmest room of your home. Where is that? My family room. Okay. I'm writing it down. And I never even thought about having my bug out supplies. Warmest. I never thought about that. I never thought about having my bug out stuff together. Hey, Beshet Journey, how are you? Good morning. Okay, so I'm gonna have my firewood set up in my bug out room in the warmest area, warmest room in my house. I never thought about that. That was great. Thank you. I can ask them that. Homestead in the Hood said, ask the former owners what they did. I can do that because, when you saw my chickens, the little tiny chick, he came from a different place than the other chicks and he passed away. He wouldn't eat and he wouldn't drink. And he was just 3 days old when I got him. And he died on like day 5. So that broke my heart because he was so cute. And he was like my first one. And I adored him because he was so little compared to the other ones because they were already a week old. And now they're 3 weeks old. But anyway, the person that I got him from, right, that I got Sebastian from, is the sister of my previous owner. So I know how to get in contact with them. I've met their mother, and the dad, and everybody. So I can do that. That makes a lot of sense. So let me write that down. All right. Yeah, I'm left-handed. If you drop below 0, it's best to let one of your faucets run during the night. I don't think it's gonna get that cold. They said that it can get, the lowest is like in the 20s, like 22 or something like that. But might do that anyway because in my backyard, and this has kind of been the thing. I was watching somebody's video and they were saying to take my water hose and put it up because if there was water left in the hose, it could freeze and break my water hose. But then I have 6 or 7 water hose faucets, the water hose sprouts. So do I have to cover those? Good morning, Precious. How are you, my friend? She said, good morning, my friend. I won't be, I know. You're on your way. I know. I'm just trying to find out what to do because it's starting to get cold. Now, during the day, it's still hot, but it gets cold real quick. up that hill. So I saw a special meeting on Grow Family Network. Okay, a kerosene heater. Is that dangerous? I've always been scared of kerosene and oil lamps. Like I had them a long time ago. I used to get them from this company that sold like candles and oil lamps and stuff. And one time one fell while it was lit, and I mean we didn't have a fire, but it just scared me. But that's something to think about, just in case, right? Just in case. It should be good. Okay. Okay, good. I also have greenhouse plastic 6 mil. I'm going to order some 6 mil. Let me tell you, I was trying to get the hoops up, so and trying to get them covered because like this weekend I had the baby shower, so that's why I wasn't really doing a lot of videos because I had been prepping for the baby shower for my little cousin. But I went to Lowe's and I got some 4 mil. Now I know in my mind that it's not going to last, but probably for the season. I'm prepared for that. I know it mentally because I'm in the process of getting my high tunnel. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. By the way, they're coming. Hopefully this week, either this week or the beginning of next week. They're going to be coming to actually take samples of my soil all around my yard. I mean, all around my area. I might have to relocate my garden, which I'm totally fine with. They're gonna come out, and it's the USDA. Like when they came out last month, they're coming back out to surveillance my land, and they're gonna let me know which areas would be best. That's why I haven't planted any of the trees yet because I'm waiting for them to tell me what's the best area to plant this because she said that she believes I'm going to qualify for a 2,000 square foot high tunnel. So, with that in mind, I'm not really worried about the 4 mil lasting a long time. Wait, what's scary? Wait a minute. Wait. 6 mil plastic for the greenhouse. It's a different kind of. Oh, it gets different kind of kerosene heater. He gets this. Okay, particular. Okay, great. Okay, great. Looks like the packet email for the winter. Okay, information. That's scary. Yeah, I I get concerns. Oh, it has an auto shut off. Okay, cool. Okay, I can handle that. I can handle that. Thank you. Hey, Grown with Jay, how are you? What's going on, bro? Okay, so what I'm looking at now, um, we have water, and I'm trying to find out how to get my the silo that I have in the corner. I'm trying to figure out how to get that done. Hi, Auntie Tia. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'm trying to figure out how I can get that tested. I've been asking people, and nobody really knows. Originally, that silo was put there because there was no fire hydrant, so that was full of water. However, it's bone dry. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get it filled up so that in the event that things freeze, we still have water. Now I have a good amount of water bottles and stuff supplied up, and unfortunately where we live, it doesn't really rain like that, still in Cali. So I don't get all that good rain. But what I'm trying to do is get it filled up because so for right now, I have two solar showers. They're 5 gallon. And so the sun heats it up, and it has the little spigot to it. So you hang it up, and so I could hang it up in the bathroom if we needed to. And it'll teach my family how to manage washing your body with 5 gallons because that's all you get. But that would help us. So I'm trying to come up with different ways to be able to, if things go that way, how could I handle things? I still don't have good generators yet. So I'm working on getting the generator. And I'm going to ask you guys something because I just need to know. Do you guys know of any companies that sell the generators, the solar generators that, we all, get or talk about getting, that does a payment plan? I'm just going to be honest. I don't have $2,000. I don't want to go into. We just moved into this house. We have money that's put up that we just can't touch. We don't want to touch. And so I'm trying to figure out, oh, okay. Why didn't I think about that? The Home Shopping Network. You would think I would have thought about that. That's crazy. I didn't think about that because I want to get it done. You said go inside and inspect it yourself. Okay. Okay. I I don't know how to inspect it. It's tall. When you touch it, it's hollow. I don't know how it runs. Now, you know what? I have been looking at the Patriot and I was saying I was going to get a Patriot. Now, about maybe 6 or 7 months ago, I asked Led, and you guys can go watch, I don't know what video it is, one of his solar videos. I asked him, I said, what do you think about the Patriot? And he was like, I don't know anything about it. And I was like, he was like, I don't know, so I can't say. Okay, fine. Then last month, I asked him again when we were talking about solar. So, what do you think about the Patriot? And he was like, don't say that to me. That's like calling me the N word. And I was like, okay. I didn't take it personal, like I didn't feel like he was saying it toward me, just like that's how he feels about them. So I said, well, maybe there's some stuff about the Patriot that I don't know. Oh, I know. Amazon, Precious said Amazon offers credit. I would not have thought of that either. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. I can't, yeah, so they have payment plans. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I can respect that. I can respect that. We all have to be loyal. Hmm. Okay. Because I was looking at them, it's something about Google. The minute you mention something or heck, even think it in your mind, all of a sudden you start seeing all these advertisements, all these commercials about it and stuff. So once I had looked up generators, solar generators, all I kept seeing, can't wear feet doesn't work for night. Mm. Okay. I see you. I see you on that one. That's true. You can't. You'll get fired. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna look at them. You guys gave me some great ones in this end. Even if I do go ahead and get the Amazon credit, I can do that. The Patriot because I have like the phone chargers, the solar phone chargers. I have solar lights. I have all those light bulbs that go outside, that can go inside. I have e-bulbs. I've been trying to find, mm, I've been trying to find solar heaters. I know that they have them. Good morning, Carolina. I don't know why I would say that. Carolina, Georgia mix. Good morning to you. How are you? I've been trying to find solar heaters. Now, I know a while back I was looking for them and I could see them. But now when I type in solar heaters, they keep showing me generators. And I'm like, no, for camping, there are solar heaters. I can't find one. So I don't know. Good morning, Andale. Good morning. See, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I've been up for a while. I'm enjoying myself on my little mini um, vacay, my one night vacay. I don't know. I'm feeling like I might want to keep my room for one more night. Because then I don't have to drive all the way home and then drive back for work. So if I just stay here and go to work, I might be fine. Because see, I don't have to be to work until 8. And I can be late. So just being here and just having that, like, it's feeling kind of good. Because I haven't been able to do that since I left here. Because we both still work in LA. It is what it is. So, Home Shopping Network, Amazon, Credit, Patreon. Okay. Now, I have a bonfire pit in my backyard. And I don't know if you guys remember when I used to cook in my front yard to show how to cook off grid. But I'm going to be going back to that. And hold on, let me scoot over. One second, you guys. Nothing wrong. Nothing's wrong. It's just, we are still in COVID. So people want to come sit next to you. I just want them and let them have their way. Enjoy their breakfast. But so I would cook in the front yard. So I have that metal table that goes over bonfires. I have like 5 or 6 cast iron skillets, and I have four, um, the cast iron pots. What are they called? Dutch ovens. I have like 3 or 4. I don't have 5 yet. I have another Dutch oven, but it's ceramic on the cast iron on the inside, ceramic on the outside. So I wouldn't put that on the campfire. But I have those, and I have tripods. I have a tripod that you can cook like fish or whatever over a stove. Let me know when you're going to do it so I can do it along with you. I never used it. Okay, I will. You've never used the barbecue pit. So you might be the person that always has a barbecue, but has people do the barbecue for you. With me, I'm in competition. I'm competing against my husband. I'm competing against my brother-in-law because he really thinks he can burn. And I'm not gonna give him. He can cook. He can cook. My sister barbecues. I'm trying to be like. I want to go eventually. on one of these competitions, like a local competition. I wouldn't try to do anything on TV. Nope. Okay. I really want to. I want to do that. But so yeah, I have the Dutch ovens and everything, and the um, the um, the rack that I have. If you go back and look at my videos, it's like maybe 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I cooked everything. We cooked breakfast. It was me and Miss Darlene. So we were out there cooking bacon and eggs and sausage, and I think we even did biscuits on the cast iron skillet. Oh, we did potatoes. And so I'm really, and that was like I already had all of these things. It's not like I had to go out and buy anything. I had never used them. And Led was like, you have all of this stuff. You have all of these things prepared, but you don't know how to use it. So I said, he's right. I have all of this stuff. Like cast iron skillets, of course. I know I cook with cast iron skillets. But knowing my Dutch oven, I had never used it. I had 3 or 4 Dutch ovens and had never used them because it was always, if things happen, I'm going to use my Dutch oven. Well, if things happen and you have never used your Dutch oven, now you're going to have to take the time to figure out how to use it when I could be having it seasoned and ready. So now I'm going to be using my Dutch ovens. Good morning, OG Nadine. How are you? 9V, Rancho Cordo. I missed that. I thought you were saying Rancho Cucamonga, but that's not what you put. Where is that at? Where are you at? I don't know how to say it. Cordovia. Cordova? Cordova. Wait, I'm saying it wrong. Y'all ignore me. I have dyslexia. I see things different. Cordova. Where's Cordova? Cordova. I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm messing it up. But good morning. How are you? Peace. Carolina Gardner. I have all types of cast irons, including the muffin pans. I didn't even know they had a cast iron muffin pan. Okay, look, separate line. Okay, let me put this. This is gonna be the buy list. Cast iron muffin pan. That sounds like fun. Yes. Yeah, new cast iron set. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, it's funny. My husband had bought me like cast iron. He had bought me a cast iron set, but skillet set, but it's I don't know if it's porcelain or what on the bottom, ceramic on the bottom. And so I refused to use it until we moved into the new house. And so slowly but surely, I started buying new stuff for the new house, and I just would not use them. My kids kept saying, "We're using these old beat up pots and pans," and I was like, "Use my cast iron skillets, the old ones that's full cast iron, but don't bother my new stuff." So now that we're in the new place, they keep trying to go for my stuff. So look, this is what you do. Well, this is what I did. I went to Walmart. My daughter bought, okay, so I love Pioneer Woman. I've been following her since she first got her show on Food Network. So she got me, because I also love butterflies. So she got me that cast iron skillet, but I go over into the camping area, and I think it's called Lodge or whatever, And I have big, like, it's bigger than 10 inches. It might be 12 or 14 inches. I don't know, but it's a big one. It doesn't have a long handle, but I just wear really big gloves. But I have about maybe five or six, no, about four or five cast iron skillets, different sizes. And then I have a cast iron sauce pot. And then I have my cast iron Dutch ovens. So I'm trying to really start working with them outside. And I haven't even used my wood oven. I don't know how to use a wood oven yet, so I have to learn. So I figure I'll start watching those videos. I have to get my wood oven serviced and I have to get my fireplace serviced because I don't know if it would even be smart for me to put a log of wood on because I don't know what's in my chimney. Now, supposedly, when they were doing the I can't think of when they come and check your house out to make sure it's right. Can't think of the word of it. When they were doing that, they said that everything was fine, but just to be safe, I've been 7 miles from Sacramento. Oh, okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, you're about roughly 10 hours away. You're off the five. Yeah. Mm. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I have family that lives in Sacramento. But make sure it's cleaned out before you. Now, see, that's the thing. I called around to some chimneys companies to come out and check it. And the lady was like, we're all booked up until the first week of February. I said, how are you? What? She said, yes, it's $75 for us to come out and inspect it, but we can't get to you until the first or second week of February. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Inspection. Thank you. That was the word. I was like, that thing where they come and check it out. I forget, like, I don't know. My brain be doing what it wants to do. And I can describe what I'm thinking, but I might not always remember the word at that moment. And then all of a sudden, like, when you're trying to remember a song and you can remember the hook, but that's all, or you can remember like the way the song goes, like the rhythm of it, but you can't think of the words. And then I'll just blurt it out. Like, I don't know. I'm crazy. I know. Yes, I have to get it cleaned out and I'm trying. I don't know what companies. So I said I was gonna call my realtor because he was there because of COVID. Well, I said it, but because of that thing that's going on right now, we weren't allowed to come in with the inspections. And so it had to be one of those. This is a VA loan. So if anything goes awry, we have homeowners insurance and we're under warranty, and the VA will make sure that things are fine because it's not like we were there to watch the inspection. But even with all that, if something did go awry, my whole thing is how long would it take to get service because I'm going to probably have to go through all these different hoops. So I'm like, I don't want to get it done. I don't care if I got to pay for it or, within reason, what the cost will be. So I'm like, okay, we got to get this figured out because at the end of the day, I have five asthmatic kids. Only one child is not asthmatic. And let me tell y'all this funny thing. My one child that's not asthmatic, is my preemie. I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but she is great with health. She has acne, but that's because of her diet. But she was she was 36 weeks and 3 days when I had her. They had the incubator ready because they were afraid that her lungs weren't developed or anything. But I had to have an emergency C-section with her. My blood pressure was so high that I was having contractions and everything. So she was born 36 weeks and 3 days, 8 pounds, 9 ounces, 21 3/4 inches long, my preemie. I don't know, but she's the healthiest one. I'm saying they said that's about right because folks have not used them in years due to the price of it. Yeah, see, so my whole thing is I don't have a turbine, like a turbine. My auntie has a turbine. My auntie has her own well. I don't have a turbine, and I have community well. So I have to make sure that because you never know, like, what if this is a really hard winter and the pipes for the community well get messed up or something and we can't get water? I still have 6 kids. I gotta make sure, you know? So I'm like, we gotta get this silo taken care of. We have to get the fireplace taken care of and get myself some portable heaters. As far as lights are concerned, I have my solar lights and then I do have e-bulbs. And so I'm not worried about that. I'm not really worried about electrical things except for like my freezers, my deep freezers, but that's why I'm canning. I was sharing with, I don't know if it was with Brampton or if it was with Andale. I don't know who I was telling, but my goal for this week, even though I'm working, my goal for this week is to can 200 mason jars, mostly quarts, with that food that I have in the freezer, just in case, because I don't want what happened to me a few months ago when I moved in that house to happen again. Because, like, I took a huge L, like a huge L, when I lost almost everything. And then when I cooked it, my daughter forgot that food was in the oven, and then she left it out overnight. And I had like those thick cut pork chops that I had stuffed and a whole organic chicken and that corned beef. I had cooked it because I was like, well, since it's out, I gotta cook it because it's defrosted. But then I wound up just having to take that L. So my thing right now is to go ahead and can everything. Now I'll still have stuff in the freezer, but I want to make sure that we have an abundance of food. So I already had a lot of stuff canned already. I'm fine. Thank you. I had everything canned already. So I mean a lot of stuff canned already. But I'm just learning more and more on just prepping, being prepared. I am buying a lot of batteries because one thing I did see, if I can't find a solar heater, they do have portable heaters that run off of batteries. So I said I'm going to have to invest in some of those because I want to make sure that, our house is warm. Because I do have 5 asthmatic kids, I have to make sure that the house is at a specific temperature so that they don't get sick. And I'm looking at trying to find the film that goes on the windows to help with the installation because I think our windows are fine, but just to keep it warmer for this winter. I've never had to worry about these things. because in LA it doesn't get that cold. But now I gotta start preparing for this. So what do you guys do for your windows? How do you guys take care of that? Do you guys, because somebody was telling me to put foil in the cracks of the windows. And I had never heard of foil. Somebody was saying put foil, somebody was saying put blankets. And I was like, well, if I'm putting blankets in the windows, isn't that kind of taken away from us being warm? Unless I just go buy like those moving blankets and put them there. What do you guys do? I need advice. My food is cold. I don't like the potatoes. It's a new business for your family to think about starting. Wait, what? I missed something. What's the new business for my family to think about starting? I missed something. Oh, I was with the Boy Scouts and they baked bread in the ground in Dutch ovens. Okay, learn how. Now, I was watching some videos that showed how to make bread in the Dutch oven on on a stove, like they made a stove. They made their own little because she was like camping out in the woods, and she went and got some twigs, put them together, propped them up, and then she made the dough, put it in the cast iron oven, in the Dutch oven, and baked it on the stove like that. And it was like a sourdough or something, but I never knew about putting it in the woods. If your windows are keeping the heat out, but also keep the cold. Okay, cool. Chimney sweeper. Now I was thinking about getting a chimney sweeper. Then Led scared me when he was like, "Y'all sitting here getting your chimney sweepers and putting stuff down, and then you put the that log in there, and then it comes back." He was like, "And then you kill yourself and everything." He was like, "Get a professional to do it." That's what made me think about it because I had never thought about getting a professional to come and take care of the chimney. But when Les said that, I got scared. Plastic never helps. So this year I'm gonna put tarps. Tarps. I'm sorry. I just got a notification right where you guys are talking. Okay. Put tarps in the windows. I have those. I have a lot of tarps. Well, not a lot. I have about six big ones. I got them from the military surplus store. So, okay. Bye, Carolina George. I cannot say it right. I got the Carolina right. Then I want to say grows. Carolina, Georgia mix. Bye. You have a great day. Yeah, I'm about to get off in a minute too because I gotta go change my clothes and go to work. But you guys gave me some really good advice. Firewood in the warmest part of my house and my bug out supplies. Never thought about that. And we don't have bug out backpacks yet. I keep saying that I'm going to start going to the surplus store and buying them one by one. We have bug out boxes with handles. And in them, we have like our medicine. We have like finger splints and liquid stitches, the liquid stitches, and we have like all the medicines for nauseousness, for cold and flu, elderberry syrup, razors, hygiene, all of that stuff. We have put up in boxes, and we have like deodorant, toiletries, hygiene and stuff. And we have, all the pain medicines and stuff ready to go. And then we have, I just counted the other day on my live, 9 boxes from the company Clutter. Their small version, which is about like this. This is their small version of a box. Still full of canned goods because my pantry is full. And now my goal is to swap out my pantry from all of the stuff that's in the pantry now with mason jars. And then I can take the canned goods and put them in my container shed out in the back because we don't have a garage. But I have a really long, maybe 50 foot, I don't know, I'm guesstimating, storage shed. It's a container like from a truck, one of those, but it's mounted to the ground. So it's cemented or whatever. So I'm thinking about that chimney sweepers as a family. As a family, yes. I'm loving this. Y'all are so good to me. Yes, because I have 2 sons, 23 and 17. And my 23-year-old, he's little. My my oldest is my smallest. My 17-year-old, he's a big buck, as they would say, corn fed, as they would say. Football player. He plays middle linebacker, I think. When he was in high school, when he was going to regular school, I let him go ninth grade. And he was supposed to play for his senior year, which is this year, but we're in this situation, so I'm not letting him go back to school. I have been homeschooling since my 23-year-old was in kindergarten. So I'm cool. We're good. So that would be really good. Do you have a separate loading of boxes, a separate loading of boxes for your shut-in set? No. Only everything that's okay. So yes and no. I don't have a separate designated shut-in box or boxes. I have a whole lot of stuff in my cabinets. Like cabinets are filled, like you can't put nothing else in there. But I guess I do need to have separate boxes that are designated just for shut in. Yes, I love to shop. This is giving me some, all right, Pooh Bear, you can go shopping, get extra stuff. So now I guess I have to think, what do you need in the shut in? I still have so many Go Plus flashlights. Those things are fantastic. Did you guys see the video when I was at the beach and I used my Go Power flashlight to play the movie? because they had the film projector. So that Go Power flashlight was powering the film projector. We were watching the new Space Jam. For the whole movie, we were able to watch it off of my Go Power flashlight. So I still have plenty of those. And I think I have like maybe 12 of them left because I bought a lot because they were $9. So I just was like, I was trying to get them all, but I couldn't afford all of them. That would have been like $200 or something because they had like 25 of them and I got like 18 of them. I was just, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because I understood how important it was. Hi, Black Tropical Homestead. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yes, so sisters, blessings, family, soul family. Yeah, finally caught alive. Because I'm inconsistent with my timing. Because my life is just always so, it's not, I don't have a set schedule for nothing, really, except for work. But even not in that, because I get there when I get there, because I set my own hours, which is a blessing and a curse, but it's all good. I'm happy. I'm going to be doing more lives. I'm going to try to get like 3 to 4 lives in a week because right now I really need to be interacting with you guys because it's so much that I don't know. Trying to get the yard together, trying to get this house, ready for the winter. All of these things, I never had to do this stuff before. So, although I do read and I do watch other books, it's nothing like a live where you guys can help me. And if I have some information, I can help you. I think these are awesome. Good morning, Deshaun. Girl, Deshaun. I'm at the Redondo Beach Homeless Suites right now. And I'm thinking before I go back home, if I don't stay another night, I'm hitting up Toros. I wish Precious could make it, but she's further away. But I'm hitting up Toros. Send the little ones to work for them. Oh, keep the mouths closed and everything so you can. It's that. Yes, yes, yes. I am working on that. Now, see, they're not so little. My baby is 13. I have 3 adults and 3 teenagers. I'm out of the little stage, and my 13-year-old, she is in the 8th grade. So I'm about to have, nothing but high schoolers and grown people in second. I got my 17-year-old is graduating high school, and then I have a freshman in high school. And then I have my 8th grader. So next year, all I'm gonna have is a ninth and 8th grader. I mean, ninth and 10th grader. And it feels so weird because, they say it goes by fast, these years. And they truly do. And I'm really struggling with the fact that they're growing up. Although nobody's trying to leave, the fact that they're growing up, I'm like, maybe I should just adopt a baby or something. I miss it. I don't know, because nobody's gonna make me a grandma anytime soon. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Well, maybe my daughter Diamond, but other than that, I don't know. The skinny son yeah, they will hire same. Oh, see, yeah, he came in there to me like, Mom, I need to see the scale because I need to see if I made 140 pounds yet. I was like, okay. So I bring him the scale. And my scale is a little off, but I want to mess with him. It said 166. He was like, he's like, but where? I'm like, I don't know. It's in your booty. He was like, I'm like, it's in your gut. He was like, but my gut's not even 10 pounds, Mom. He started struggling. He's like, I don't feel any different. My clothes don't fit different. And I'm really messing with him. I'm like, well, maybe it's in your head. I don't know. He's like, now this one, he's 5'5", and he's about 140 pounds. But it was so funny watching him struggle because he thought he had gained 26 pounds. He could not figure that out. I still haven't told him that I rigged my scale. But he's so thin. Now I carried him the longest out of all of my kids. I carried him for 38 weeks and 6 days. 5 pounds, 15 ounces he was. 16 3/4 inches long. The one I carried the longest was my smallest. Now, in true retrospect, I would have imagined that he would have been my preemie, but my preemie is the biggest kid I had. And she's the shortest now. I don't know. It's crazy. But that would be good for him. Has vacuum plumbing, has a size requirement. You know what? And he is not in school this semester. And since we moved out there, he's not working right now. So that would be a good thing. He's been trying to find a job. So I'm going to tell him, let me write that down. HAZVAC. Why'd I put a K in there? Okay. That would be really good because he's tiny. You've seen him in my videos. He's the one that doesn't really want to be seen. My big one, he'll come out in a video with no shirt on, as you guys have seen. He doesn't care. But my little one, he's very coy. He's very coy. He's like, you don't see me. You don't see me. But he's a very good helper. Yesterday, I took a little bit of time in the morning and we got a lot done in the backyard because I only had hoop, one raised bed done with the hoops. So we did another one, and then later on this week we're going to do the third one, and then I don't have a problem with buying the wood. I have a problem with getting the wood to my home. It's one thing for me, because I have that little car. It's one thing for me to take the PVC pipes and I can rig it to where it's like all the way in the back in the window, and then I can put it through the other window and then set it like right where the mirror is. I can't do that with 20-foot 2x8 pieces of wood, so I can get more of the raised beds done because my goal was to have at least 8 done for this winter. All 8 feet, 8 inches long, two by eight, 20 feet long, and 4 feet wide. I still only have the 3, but I have a lot of containers. Almost all of the containers that I had at the old house in the front yard are right next to the raised beds. And then I counted, I have 28 trees. A couple of them died, but I have 28 trees, and I am going to be purchasing a lot more. I am going to take my citrus and I'm gonna put them in my sunroom so that I don't have to worry about them dying. But for right now, they're fine. Now they have cloth at Lowe's, and I wanted you guys' opinion about that too. How do you guys overwinter your fruit trees? Some people say put plastic. A lot of people said don't put plastic. Miss Linda said don't put plastic. I saw some people using like clear trash bags, the trash liners. So I'm sitting here going, some say don't do this, some say do that. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Some were saying to go to the Goodwill and get blankets. But then this was the thing that I was thinking about. If you put a blanket over your tree and it rains, what happens? Because now it's wet and cold. So will it die? Versus the plastic where it doesn't get wet? See, I don't know. That's why I'm asking y'all. So what do you do? I got about 5 more minutes and I gotta get off. For me, it's 7:30 and I want to be there about 8:30. It's not far from where I'm at. Deshaun, you've never had to overwinter your trees either, huh? Garden covers, got them from Home Depot. They have really big ones. Okay. Now I got the garden cover to go like over my hoops. I don't know why I did like this. Over my hoops. They're like green. And I have that 4 mil. But I was only thinking that for the raised beds. I wasn't thinking about my trees at the time, but let me put that down. I know, Timby. Some of the things I miss being in Timby. Never had to worry about. That's the thing when you move into another area. It's like, although the crime rate was really, really bad, the pollution was really, really bad. It was very congested. Everything's very, very expensive. But the luxury of it never getting really lower than 50 degrees. And you could grow almost everything, with the exception of things that require frost time. And I never knew that some trees require a frost time. I'm like, okay, because I don't know if you guys remember when I got my first box from Starks Brothers, and I had the mulberry and everything, and they told me in advance that they might not do good because it's for 8 and below. I think like 6 to 7, got grow zone 6 to grow zone 8. I'm sorry, the news is saying that gas prices now are 5.19. Let me tell you, you people who don't live out here in California got it going on. 5.19. Now, I just filled up our tank yesterday or last night, and I have a Kroger card, a Kroger discount card, and you can use it at the Shell's gas station. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Shell. It's a gas station. And so we got 20 cents off the gallon. So we paid 4.69 a gallon. They're showing right now somebody put $10 in and only got 2 gallons. Yo, y'all are blessed if you're not in California because it's about to be really hard. And what I'm looking at is I am commuting from where I live to LA almost every day, just about every day. 5.19, yes. See, Precious said 5.19. She said it's been over 5.19 in her area. She said I filled up over the weekend. I'm scared to look at the price. But see, then we have different things that we can do. We can go to Costco and get gas. We can go to Sam's Club. Now I have Costco and I have Sam's Club, and I get gas from both places. However, they're not close to my house anymore. For me to go to Costco now, it's like almost a 40-minute ride. And for me to go to Sam's Club, it's over an hour. So I just try to do everything when I'm down here. But man, I'm telling y'all, it's getting crazy. And this is why worrying about propane, generators, and all that stuff, gas cars, in a minute it's gonna be like, for what? Because if you do get solar, it may seem like it costs more up front, but then you let the sun take care of it. You don't have to spend any more money. So it's kind of like if you pay up front and just get your solar panels and get your solar farm and do that stuff yourself and not through a company that wants to, rob, steal, kill, and destroy you. I have my issues with these solar companies. I do. I've been doing my research and no. My other dad, that's what I call it, my other dad, he has solar panels on his house. And I'm like, I really wish I would have been there when you had the conversation because I would have asked specific questions that would have gotten you, if not out of the situation, you would have gotten a better deal. You have solar panels on your house and you love it. See, and you love it. My problem with that, with my dad was, yeah, they fixed his roof and got everything together. But one of the things that I've been learning is that solar panels only really last. They say that they last like up to 20 years. They say that because of the debris and the rain and the sun and all these things, like they lose value every year. And by year 20, they're no good. But by year 20, that's when you've paid off your solar panels, at least in his situation. And so they can do repairs and everything. But when I looked at it, I asked my dad, I said, Dad, how much would you be paying if you would have had your own solar panels and they just put the system in? And he was like, they said I couldn't do that. So then that got me to questioning, well, why can't you have your own solar panels and just get the service? Why not just do it yourself? So what I'm looking at doing is purchasing solar panels myself and making my solar farm the way my land is. I'll get sun the whole day. It doesn't matter if it's facing this way, middle, or back. I'll still get full sun. So for that, I'll be okay. Precious said I had like over an hour long convo with salespeople, so people I need the details. I said you get someone to do maintenance. Now, see, that's a game changer. Someone to do maintenance on your panels. Now, I'll say this: if I could get solar panels, wait, you can buy your own. So, see, exactly. I think maybe it's just a company that my dad's in, and see, my dad's not in Cali; he's in Arizona, so it might be different there too. But what I'm looking at is slowly buying my panels and getting my own little solar farm. I'm trying to figure out exactly where to put it, which will all be determined by what the USDA says when they come this week or next week. For those of you who weren't on, the USDA is coming back. They're coming back this week or next week to start testing my soil. They're going to test all over my land, different areas, to see which would be the best place for me to do my high tunnel. So I was so excited. I got that text yesterday. So once I find that out, then I will be. Oh, and Dell's about to go live, so I'm really about to let y'all go. Once I find that out, then I will know where the garden is going in its permanent spot, where the trees are going in their permanent spot. Then I can figure out the animals and I can figure out where my solar farm is going to go. But for this winter, I think I'm going to go on the Facebook, the Facebook Market, people are on there selling solar panels for like the 250 watt for like $100. Now, I was concerned about that. Like, why are they so cheap? So I started asking people, wait a minute, I got notifications blocking what's being said. Okay, yeah. So what what I'm finding out is you have to ask them because they're used. How old are they? Because every year they depreciate. So how old are these solar panels? So one guy was like, "Oh, they're from 2016." So I'm like, "Okay, that's 6 years old, and you're selling 255 watts for $88 each." And he had like 50 of them. So now I'm going, are you a collector that got them from repo? I'm like overthinking it to the fullest, right? But I want to know because you're telling me that they're from 2016. I need to know. I need to see some type of a certification with them or whatever because I don't want to buy solar panels. And then they are not as young as he's telling me or as old as he's telling me. And I'm thinking I might have a good 14 years and I only have 7, you know, which I know within that time frame, I would be getting, new ones, but just what if I get them and I'm thinking that, in 5 years I'll replace them. But in 5 years my finances aren't right. I want to know that I would be okay, you know, because the goal of being out here was to be self-sufficient. So I don't think I'll ever be able to be completely off grid in a household of 9 people. I don't think that's as realistic right now for me, but to really bring it down because Precious, although you have the solar panels on your house, is your house completely ran by the solar panels or do you still have an electric bill? Because that's the game changer. I don't want to have to pay the solar bill and pay Edison or, well, I have Edison right now. So I don't want to pay DWP or anything like that. So I'm just like, how does that work? Because, like, then you have 2 bills. But then I also, well, no, because, well, you said you can buy your own panels. So if you buy your own panels, then how does that affect your bill? Are you paying like more than $50 a month or what? Is it based on how much you use per month? Are you allotted a certain amount of energy? See, these are the things that I still have to find out. And that's why I'm like, I know that if I buy my own solar panels and I have my own generators, I don't have to worry about so much, right? I'm eating cold eggs. I don't know why. Mm, you guys, it's 7:46. I'm gonna have to let y'all go so I can get to work. Oh my gosh. This has been so great, you guys, and I'm so thankful for you guys. And Dale, you are about to go live. So I want to hurry up and get up there so I can be in the car. And I'll be like, when I get to a stop sign, put my little comments in. And that's what I'll be doing to y'all when I'm driving, because I'm always driving, right? And I'm like, okay, stop sign. Do. And this is what I have to say. And then try to be safe about it. But I have my phone mounted, so it's not like I'm holding my phone. It's mounted on my window. So I'm just like, I don't know what happened. That's why you're not supposed to talk about your mouth full. I I had talk and text, and all of a sudden it just disappeared. I don't know what I did, but I don't know. But you guys, let me go before I get in trouble. And no, I have my hands on the wheel. I'll wait till I'm at a stop sign or a light, and then I'll do that. I don't want to get in trouble, and I would hate to hurt somebody or hurt myself just for a text. It's not that important. Never. But I'm gonna let you guys go so I can get to work. So thanks for tuning in to Callie's Homestead with Pooh Bear. I'm your girl Pooh Bear, and I will see y'all later on today, most likely. Okay, bye bye for now.